toxic masculinity.
Don Lemon?
Don Lemon. You don't know the name Don Lemon?
Don Lemon. Sorry. I'm bad with names. If I see the person, I know the person, but names.
Yeah, but I like mocking you. In front of
Don Lemon recommends white people read his book.
Yeah, Don Lemon is sitting here saying that if white people want to be better human beings, they should read his amazing book. All right, so let's have a look here. Promotes his own book as a recommendation for white people. So CNN host Don Lemon suggested his own book on Wednesday as a way for white people to learn about grace and accountability in the battle against racism. I would recommend a book that comes after that by this author, Don Lemon, who says this is the fire that we are in that also talks about accountability and grace at the same time, Lemon said on CNN's New Day. Lemon's comment was in response to Tuesday's Las Vegas Raiders tweet saying, I can breathe for 2021, which was posted shortly after the jury found former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin guilty of third-degree murder, second-degree manslaughter, and second-degree unintentional murder in the death of George Floyd, which again raises the question, how can you be guilty of intentional and unintentional murder at the same time? Doesn't seem to make sense. So one of our fans posted that yesterday, and that makes a lot of sense. Okay, we know what happened with George Floyd. So why is Don Lemon telling white people to read his book so they can become less evil, racist white people? Well, it's because of this tweet here. The Raiders owner is a white guy, and he posted this, I can breathe. This is posted by Mark Davis, who owns the Raiders. I think there's a picture of him here somewhere. There he is, yeah, old white guy. And they're like, oh, how dare a white person say that's such a terrible thing to say. George Floyd's family said that they were actually quite happy with the support and everything like that. But apparently, so let's see here. The tweet from the Raiders drew backlash on Twitter. The phrase, I can breathe, was used by supporters of police in New York after the death of Eric Garner in 2014. So, obviously this guy didn't know that, but people were like, how dare you use this term that we hate so much? Davis said that he wouldn't have used the phrase if he'd known the history, but chose not to delete the tweet. He said, it's a tough situation. I felt bad that it was taken in a way that it wasn't meant to be. That can only be my fault for not explaining it. Well, I mean, see, the reason that he posted this is because it's like very elegant, right? Just like one little phrase, like it's elegantly done. I don't agree with him. I think that it's really really friggin' stupid that people are celebrating Chauvin's conviction. I don't think Chauvin's guilty of anything. I think this is a terrible miscarriage of justice. But then this is pretty funny. It's like this guy agrees with you that this was an injustice, that George Floyd's death was a murder. He agrees that justice has been done, even though I disagree with him. And you go ahead and attack him. I mean, this is just like the left. They're like, okay, you know what? You're trying to be friends with us, but you're not doing it right. You're trying to support our position, but you're not doing it right. You're not good because you're a white man. You don't even know how to be sympathetic to black people and a good person. And so, of course, Don Lemon says, you know how he could be a better person? Reading my book. Nobody's going to read your stupid book, Don Lemon. You're a loser. Davis said he was driving when the verdict was announced and heard Floyd's brother, Philonise, I guess, make the statement that we can all breathe again, and decided to take that message to make that message the team's response. I thought it said a lot, Davis said. It said a lot about everything. I thought it was something where we could, I mean, come on, this is just stupid. Like, give me a break. The left is just so dumb. They're just so dumb. They're taking people who are on their side and they're attacking them. I mean, if the guy was black, they wouldn't have said anything. Let's see what's Kurt's written. I haven't read it yet, so this could be dangerous, folks. You never know with Kurt. He says, I would imagine that Don Lemon has very few black fans. I'm so sure that's true. He says, if white people don't buy his book out of a sense of guilt, who will? I know, yeah. He wouldn't sell a single book if it weren't for, like, white women saying, like, I want to be less racist, so I'm going to read Don Lemon's book. We talked yesterday about a new, well, it's not even a new study. It's a study from, like, last year that just didn't get a lot of attention that indicated that over 50% of young white women who are liberals, who consider themselves very liberal, 56% of them have suffered mental illness. 65% or something like that. 60-something percent. Oh, no, sorry. 56%. My bad. 56% of them. And of the young 18 to 29 is the range we're talking about here. Young white men who consider themselves conservative, it was 16%. And that's actually for the male category, that's actually quite high for male conservatives because the younger people tend to be diagnosed more. But if you compare men 18 to 29 to women 18 to 29, white, conservative versus liberal, 56% compared to 16%. It's crazy. The most sane people in the country make up the majority of the Republican Party. The most insane people in the country are controlling the Democrat Party. So, take that as you will, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. All right, we are done with the news. Darling.
Yes.
Do you want to read some super chats?
Yes. You read the first one, right?
I did, yeah.
The second one from Daniel, again.
Again, Daniel.
I wanted to have All I Need to Get By Method Man and Mary J. Blige to me my wedding song. Method Man's lyrics are wedding vows.
Wedding vows. He says, I wanted to have All I Need to Get By Method Man and Mary J. Blige to be my wedding song. Method Man's lyrics are wedding vows. That's crazy. I never got into Method Man. I had a friend who was obsessed with Mary J. Blige. It was like Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.